Hello and welcome to my channel Jijo Speaks, and in this video I thought I'll discuss about CAT 2020 and the last 30 days. Probably now it's maybe 28 days now. So I first of all it's actually very difficult to have a session like this. A 6 month plan is easy to make, a 3 month plan is easy to make, a 30-day plan is a sort of slightly difficult to make. But however, what I'll try and do is to give you some ideas in terms of or a broad idea in terms of how you should look at the last 30 days. Right. One of the issue of, as a trainer or as a mentor is that each one of you is now at a different stage, a different level. When you started the journey of preparing for this examination, you started with a desired goal, and this desired goal you would have corrected along the way. So you said that you would have corrected along the way depending on the mock test, and the desired goal would be a desired goal of a particular percentile rank or a particular score. So you had a desired goal which you kind of corrected, and here you are now. And this desired goal would be different for different people. Some may be just looking at the top 5 B schools, some may be looking at the top 20 B schools, some may be looking at the top 40 B schools, some may be looking at the top 100 B schools. So for some of your desired goal is to achieve a 90th percentile. For some of you it's a 95th percentile. So some of you 99th percentile, some of you 99.9 percentile. You have a desired goal. And at this point, at this juncture, number one thing is that two things would have happened. Either one of things. One is maybe I can look at three things. One is that you're consistently hitting the targets. You are consistently hitting your goal. So now you are reached a place where things are happening to you. You're achieving the score. You just want to ensure that uh, that doesn't fall. Okay, that is one situation. Other situation is that you're not achieving the desired goal, not achieving that. You have a desired goal of, let's say, a particular percentile, and you're simply not achieving that goal. Or maybe it's like sometimes you're achieving and sometimes you're not achieving. That is a third case. But let me start with talking about those people who are not achieving the desired goal. There are two ways you can look at. If you're not achieving the desired goal, you can revise your goal, saying that, okay, I targeted, let's say, 99 percentile. I'm at best teaching probably about the 90th percentile score. Maybe let's look at a 95th percentile. Maybe if there is school there, that could be one way. I'm not saying that is something that you should do. I'm just saying that could be one way. Or you say that revise your goal to say that, okay, at least this much I should achieve. Let me work out a plan by achieving that one. That is one way. The second is that, no, for example, my school, this college that I want to get in, that college, let's say in the worst case scenario, all the colleges is in the 90th percentile score. I'm just giving an example. Okay. My college is in the 90th percentile score. That with my desired colleges are all about 90th percentile. So which means if I get a 25 percentile, I'm not hitting my desired school. If I'm getting the 0th percentile, I'm not hitting the desired score. Even if I'm hitting the 85th percentile, I'm not in the desired score. So technically, 85 is as good as zero, because it's not helping me achieve the goal that I want to achieve. Which means I would want to not revise my goal, and let's say my goal is let's to hit, let's say, 99 percentile, and that those are the school I don't want to make any compromise, because I already am in a situation. I'm from a, let's say, studying in a current situation, I'm working in an organization, or maybe I have this is the first time I'm writing the cat, or maybe my school college is a good college. I simply don't want to compromise on the quality of the B school, so I don't want to revise my goal in any fair fashion. And that would mean that I'm going to do an all or nothing kind of a thing. So either I'm going to hit it, I'll give everything in the last 3 days, just fight and achieve that goal I want to achieve. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely a tough goal. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is something that you have to do now, right? Something that you have to do now, which then means that when means that wherever you are, wherever you want to revise the goal or all or nothing, you roughly make some sort of a target that you want to achieve. So this means, for example, in the section of ERC, what is the kind of score that you want to look at? In the section of, let's say, a DLR, what is the kind of score that you want to look at? In the section of QA, what is the kind of score to look at? Let's say that your desired goal hits us, let's say, 100 marks. 100 marks, then you might plan based on whatever is your mock score now, analysis that you're happening now. You can say probably say 40, maybe 30, maybe 30, could be one or can be anything else. It can be even 40, 20, 40, or it can be even anything 30 or 30, 20, 50, whatever it is. So what is the most realistic kind of a target you want to keep, so that you can so let's say so that you can achieve the goal, realistic target. Now this, I have to add a disclaimer here. One of the problems that we are having now as compared to the earlier case is that, at least till today, till when I record the video, CAT has not given any sense in terms of how many questions would be there, or the type of question that would probably come in via verbal ability, how many reading comprehension passage would be there. Therefore what is also happening is that in the mock test, your the mock test is that you're currently taking is coming with different pattern. Some tests may have 75 questions, some tests may have 66 questions, some tests may have 3 RC passages, some tests may have 4 RC passages. So that is probably also one of the reason as to why your score is fluctuating, right? So you have to be sensible and do the right kind of analysis, and look at some sort of a target. For some of you may even think, look, some of the colleges that I'm going to target does not really have any sectional cutoff, does not really have any sectional cutoff. So is it probably is it better if I have saying that, okay, let me say that I would want to get maximum amount of score by my verbal ability and QA, and may not be from DLR, or maybe from DLR and QA and not necessarily VA. So you would have, especially those people who are kind of struggling to achieve the desired score. You're putting all the effort, things are not happening. I achieve the desired score. What you must do is, the step number one is, in your mind, think about some sort of a idea or some sort of a target to look at. And uh, and and that would then mean that you can either look at saying that, be a little selective in your prep in the last 30 days, whatever time that you're spending it, be very selective, make an assessment in terms of what are the things that you can do, or you can go all out. You say that, fair enough, let me just study everything as much as possible. So, but in the sense that have some sort of an idea and stick to it no matter what, and commit on that idea, commit on that belief, commit on some plan and stick to it. I've always seen this, whatever be the plan, it doesn't matter. For instance, you have a strategy to solve reading comprehension. Half the problem happens when you keep trying to do different things. But if you stick to one idea and stick to that one idea for 20 days, no matter what, I think you can see improvements in your score. This is the first thing that I wanted to say. Okay, first thing I want to say is that have some sort of plan of action. And those of you are actually doing well, those of you actually doing well in the or achieving the desired goal, you would see your vulnerabilities, right? For example, certain mocks, you see that the score is dropping down. So certain areas is still an issue. You address those vulnerabilities, address those problems. So you don't want to be in a scenario where the test that you see in the actual test has got questions from areas of your problem. So you won't want to capture it. By and large, most of your cases would be fine. So you would want to look at vulnerabilities. So taking mock tests, analyzing the mock tests, figuring out vulnerabilities, addressing those vulnerabilities, even now, I think would be a good idea. Good idea. Because most of the things might be sorted in your case. You're achieving the score. You're feeling positive, but look at vulnerabilities. So beyond this, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that start my for example, spend about one day, or let's say 1 hour, spend about, and so strongly reflect on all the mocks, look at the good analysis and see, let me look at a rough target in that particular case. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing that I want to say to all of you, the second thing I want to say is that one of the big problem that happens in the last day is this thing of frustration. That's a big issue that happens in the last 20-30 days. It's frustrating. It is going to be frustrating for those of you who put in efforts. For those of you who have not put in effort, there is no point being frustrated. Frustration, there's no point. You did not put in effort. Your reason why you're not scoring high is because you did not put in effort, or whatever be the reason. Okay, but frustration happens, especially those people, those students who are actually put in a lot of effort and not seeing the results. And it is a frustration that can create a lot of problems. The frustration can create a lot of issues. Therefore, my advice to you is that you be disciplined. You simply sit and be disciplined. I think that there is no, don't look at your outcomes. Outcome is important. Outcome is, yes, important to the extent of giving some sense of direction to it. But beyond that, what you have to do is that you have to sit there and fight no matter what. And it's about fixing that time to study and sit and study. Saying that you say that I will do this, you sit and do that. And you must be disciplined. The way in which I would look at is think of this as a duty. You have a duty of care for your dreams. So nobody forced you to ride the cat ride. These are no, nobody forced you saying that I want to go to NIAM. These are your aspirations. These are your dream, and you have a duty of care. Instead of thinking about I'm getting demotivated, I'm looking when motivation is time pass. Okay, chuck it. Okay, what you need is discipline. What you need is that you tell yourself I'm duty bound to do this. This is my duty, and this goes for everything in life. Everything in life. So you feel, if you have a sense of duty towards your goal and say this is something I have to do. I may fail, man. It's fair enough, but I'll put in effort. It's like saying this. A lot of people may beat me in this race for care. Some people may beat me, but I'm going to make the life difficult for that person to beat me. That person has to give his or her blood to beat me. He has to fight so hard to beat me because I'm going to make life so difficult to everyone. Eventually, I may fail, but not because of lack of effort. Because that failure is not a failure. That failure is merely the fact that it didn't work out. Number of seats available in this country is less. That's all. That's all there is. There is nothing else. There's no failure. But but what you must do is be duty bound. Irrespective of whatever happens, you create some sort of the plan and you stick to it no matter what. Right. So that's important. You have to keeping yourself motivated is no need. What I mean. You keep yourself disciplined because you ensure that you have a sense of duty towards whatever the goal that you have. This is the second thing. Okay. And the third thing that you must understand is that value the time that you have. So let's say you have got 30 hours. I don't know how many hours can you put in. Maybe you can put in 3 hours per day. Maybe it's about 90 hours game. Maybe you can put in 6 hours per day. Maybe it can be 100 hours that you have. Whatever is the time that you spend, it has to be for one goal of ensuring that you're achieving something. You have to sit and figure out what is the best thing that you can do to achieve the goal. And this is going to be different for different people, right? This is going to be different for different people. You will have to be your mentor in the last 30 days. I can come and tell you, you must take X number of mocks, you must take Y number of what. But if you actually ask around and look at people who have done well in the cat, everyone will have a very different view of what they did in these 30 days. Some people would have had taken less number of mock, did a lot of analysis. Some people would have taken more number of mocks. Some people have addressed their problem area. Some people have further strengthened their strong areas. People would have done different things. What you have to look at is that your assessment, your personal assessment in terms of what is the best way to achieve, what is the best way, what are the things that I must do to get the score that I want to have. Do I, for example, in quant, is it good for me to ignore, let's say, geometry for that time being? I said it's not working out for me. Let me just ignore. Let me ensure the other areas I'm solid to achieve the score that I want to achieve. So that is something that you have to decide. Once you make the decision, whatever be the decision, good or bad, that is irrelevant. Right or wrong, we never know. You are duty bound. You're duty bound to stick to it. How? I'm again saying this. Half the problem happens because we listen to 10 different people. You're listening to me also. Okay. Somebody else would have given you very different advice than what I'm sharing with you. And everybody's correct. So for example, every team has a coach. Every cricket team has a coach. Every football team has a coach. Every team has a coach. Every political campaign has a strategist. Every company has a different kind of people, and everybody has a different plan. Every coach will have a different perspective. No coach is bad, no coach is good. Everyone has a different perspective. But the key thing is, because there are multiple ways of achieving a particular target, there are multiple ways of achieving a particular target. You should stick to one. But you should not be someone who's running around and asking, okay, fine, from here, from there, from here, from there, especially in the last 30 days. This is the third thing I want to say. And the fourth thing that you should do in the last 30 days. Fourth thing that you do in the last 30 days, you cut yourself from all the people who are negative. There are enough negativity already happening in the world. We are going through a tough time. On top of it, you don't want to be around. We want to listen to people. Don't gossip. Don't pick a phone and vent your frustration to someone else. Don't confess things negative in your mind. Confess positive things, right? And the best thing to do is if you do hang on to people, you don't want to be in an environment, you don't want to be around people who are thinking negative, talking negative. You want to be around people who are very positive, or no need, chillax, you're good enough. Okay, you're fine, there's no problem. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the only thing that I want to share. To shed light to you. I know that I've not given you a plan on anything, a specific plan, because I don't want to. You're intelligent. You know your story. All I can say is that you do the things that you believe is going to be best for you, based on a recent uh, or a rational analysis or a logical analysis that you made about your situation and what achieve your goal, and you stick to the goddamn plan no matter what. And then you cry after the cat happened. Okay, or be happy after the cat, doesn't matter. But what matters the last 30 days is stick to the process, stick to the goal no matter what. And don't try and do too many different things. Keep things simple, ladies and gentlemen. KISS strategy, keep it simple, silly. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much, and all the very best for your cat. This is me signing off. Bye bye.